हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कार्नो इंजन। सो बेसिकली दिस कार्नो इंजन कंसिस्ट ऑफ फोर डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ processes, mainly isothermal and adiabatic, right? So these two are isothermals and these two are adiabatic. Sorry, these two are adiabatic and these two are isothermal, because in adiabatic process heat can't change, right? So starting from 1 to 2, from here to here only, temperature remains constant but pressure and volume are changing. P1 V1 is now P2 V2, right? So during that process, work done work done on the system, so that work done will be in the form of heat energy. So Q1 is equal to mu R T1 ln V2 upon V1, right? Final upon initial volume. Now we are going from 2 to 3. Temperature is changing here, T1 to T2, right? Then W2 to 3. So work done system is equal to mu r T1 minus T2 upon gamma minus 1. So this process is, earlier we derived this processes, right? So by that theory we can directly write this formula. Okay, then 3 to 4, here from here to here again temperature remains constant, pressure and volume are variables. So again same equation, W34 is equal to Q2, another heat energy, mu R T2 ln final minus initial, right? So but here V3 our is our initial and this is our final, because we don't change here their actually their volumes, right? So if we change final upon initial, then there will be negative sign. So now here we don't change it. Okay, so now 4 to 1, from 4 to 1 temperature is only changing, and P4 V4 all the terms are changing here. So W4 to 1 is equal to mu r T1 minus T2 upon gamma minus 1, right? So these all are work done. Now to find total work done, just algebraic sum of all the works. So here 3 to 4 and 4 to 1 are exactly opposite to 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, right? So that's why this mu r term, this mu r and this one, this all term, these two terms are cancelled out because of they are opposite with each other, right? So that's why we are left with only these terms, and then eta is equal to W upon Q1. Again efficiency have again second formula, that is 1 minus Q2 upon Q1, right? So what is Q2? Q2 from here we can put here that formula. Q2 we can also put here that formula, right? So 2 to 3, that is adiabatic process, and in adiabatic process we can write T1 V2 raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V3 raised to gamma minus 1, right? So V2 V upon V3 subject. Similarly 4 to 1 adiabatic, similar T2 V4 T1 V1, again V1 upon V4 subject. Okay, now these two terms right hand side of these equations are same, so we can compare these two equations which are left hand side. So V3 upon V4 is equal to V2 upon V1, right? So now our efficiency becomes eta is equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1. So here T2 is our last temperature and T1 is our initial temperature. So this equation comes from here, these two terms cancelled out, that's why we are left with this formula 1 minus T2 upon T1, right? And at the last, in Carnot engine we use heat engine as well as refrigerator, right? How? So starting from heat engine, we know that we are giving heat to the system, work done by the system, what happens, that heat energy will be converted, that heat energy conversion in the form of work. So what is left here, Q1 minus W dash, that is left here. So that's our final, means यहाँ पे जितनी भी हीट हमने यहाँ पर दी उससे कम हीट यहाँ पर पहुँची, कम हीट यहाँ पर पहुँची, दैट्स वाई दिस रिजर्वॉयर इज एट कोल्ड टेम्परेचर, राइट? सो दैट इज अवर T2. Okay, then here Q1 minus W, that's our initial heat, okay? Q1 minus W, and it gives heat from cold reservoir. This system absorb heat from that cold reservoir still. So because of heat absorbed by this cold reservoir, by this cold, from this cold reservoir by the refrigerator, then this reservoir again and again that will be colder and colder, right? So here after that work done on the system, so we have to sum this W with this term. So W gets cancelled out. Now we are left with Q1. So this much heat is given to the hot reservoir, right? So this cycling process continues on, and that is the main working of this Carnot engine. So that's why Q1 upon Q2 is equal to T1 upon T2. So heat ratio is equal to temperature ratio, because whenever we give this heat towards the system, that heat will be again transferred to the cold reservoir, right? So we get lesser heat here, and from that cold reservoir again heat will be absorbed by the system, and then this heat let again transfer to the hot reservoir, right? So that's it for today now. Thank you so much.